trying to set this up. I got it on my Ring camera. My ring camera, or my ring light. So don't mind that. Also don't mind my nails too much. But today I have a special video. I'm just gonna be doing some very simple math problems with you. I was pretty good at math in school. It kind of just came naturally to me. And I thought I'd share some of that prowess with you, if that's okay. Okay, so the first problem you see that we have here. The first problem, let me get in more of a good position. The first problem you see is 1 plus 8. 1 plus 8, and that's great. Now, does anybody know, just off the top, what that is? Well, let's do it. So I'm just gonna grab this. That's an equal sign. I'm just gonna grab that and place it inside the block and extend it kind of like that. And if you're a smart guy or girl, you would have said 1 plus 8. 1 plus 8 is 9. And I don't know why this is giving me trouble all of a sudden, but it's 9. 1 plus 8 is 9. Also, I'm sorry if this is crooked. This is a very out of the ordinary setup for me, so I'm trying to be as straight and narrow as possible. But I'm trying things, so bear with me. Okay, that was a good warm-up, I think. Let's dive into something else. I'll just break these apart. Break them apart. And so now they're kind of just scattered. As you can see, I have a bunch more numbers and symbols to choose from. So how about some multiplication? Because I like that. We're gonna kind of clear these out. I think I want to do, let's see, 3. Let's start with 3. 3, and grab our X. X. And that's cool because they're kind of the same color right here, so that's cool. We're gonna lodge that in. So 3 times what? What do we want to do? What do we want to see here? 3 times, I think. Let's go. One of the classics. Let's go. 3 times 7. 3 times 7. And I forget how they normally tell you to multiply things. I know it's like, especially with double digits, I guess it's like one over the other. But at a certain point in school, I kind of just started doing things like all the time in my head, which became a little problematic for me when I reached like a level where I had to like show work and everything. But that's besides the point. We're gonna have to use a combination of numbers, but 3 times 7. 3 times 7 equals. It equals. I'm gonna place that. 3 times 7 equals 21. 21. sounds, unfortunately. So that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, so really quick, while we're here, what if we swapped out? What if we just swapped out? What if we took away the 7? Right? We take away the 7 and say we just, put an 8. Say it was an 8 here instead of the 7. Instead of the 7, sorry, I had low battery. So say it was like this. And it was 3 times 8. 3 times 8. What would that equal? No, the number only changed once. So the difference probably isn't that big, right? So think. If it's one more 3 from... What does that say? Well, let's see. I'm gonna get rid of Mr. 1 here. He was loved, but he's been lost. And I think it's personally better to have loved and lost than not loved at all, even though that's not what my current life reflects. Hey, we're not talking about me right now. Okay? So anyway, I think 3 times 8, if we're all on the same page, would be 24. 24, because before we had 21, a product is a lot of times what we call the result of a multiplication problem. So the product before was 21. And if we ignore the bigger number, right? We ignore the number change or whatever, and we just think to ourselves, we just had 21 when we multiplied this by 7. So in theory, and in actuality, we just add one more 3, and then we get 24, and then we get 24, and then we get 24, and then we get 24. Okay, let's break it up. I'm gonna break it up in your ear so you won't see my hands. And this is what it looks like now. I'll go ahead and back up from the mic a little bit. Let's put these down and maybe clear out our centerpiece. What else can we do? I know what we can do. Okay, so I like this problem. Okay, so first we're gonna go ahead and take a 9. We're gonna take a 9, right? We've seen that before. I don't know if it's the same, like the 9 and the 6s look the same. So if you made this this puzzle of numbers and symbols, I'm sorry if I'm getting your thing wrong, but we're gonna go division, okay? We're gonna go division, big strong division. Now, I always hated division in school. I hated it. But that doesn't mean you have to. And we're gonna take it real. Easy. So we're gonna go 9 divided by. Sorry, just being very OCD about the straightness of all these numbers. We're gonna go 9 divided by 3. 9 divided by 3. I'll give you a second. You think you have an answer? You think you have an answer? You think you have an answer? Well, do I have the numbers to back it up? Is the question. I'm searching around. divisible by 3, pretty easily actually. And I don't know if you know what a root is. A root, but or a square root, I guess. But the square root, if you were to square, as in multiply the number by itself, the square root of 9 is actually 3 itself. It's 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And we're just getting smarter and smarter with each problem. I genuinely feel that about you. So I'll give you guys a second to go ahead and get this down and store it in your memory banks, because you're gonna probably need this for life. You won't. You might. I won't say you won't. But do we got it? Are we good? Okay. I'll go ahead and break it up once again in your ears. Back on the table they go. Back on the table. We're gonna back those up. And you know what? Let's not lose our place. We're gonna put big old division right back in the center. We're gonna put him right back. Which is fine. It's absolutely fine. And we're gonna do something interesting. We'll go. Let's do 5, okay? 5 divided by 0. Can anybody tell me what 5 divided by 0 is? If you said that, sorry about my washing machine. If you said that 5 divided by 0 is inconclusive or undoable or just an incorrect idea of a problem, you'd be right, according to my middle school teachers, or maybe my elementary school teachers. Every time I've typed this in, into a calculator or anything like that, it's come up with an inconclusive error. Inconclusive. And apparently nothing at all is divisible by 0. Nothing. It just doesn't pass the test. Nothing is divided by this number, which I always thought was interesting. I just wondered why that was, because if you know, and we'll take it a step further, the opposite equation, if I can find it, the opposite equation, let's go, the opposite, 5 times 0. If we can get that in, we're just gonna press. The opposite is the conclusion I've always gotten, and it's looking to me that I don't have another case of 0. Let's see, because I have a big bag of trinkets, so we can sit around for a second and I'll just let you hear this to see if I can find another instance. And here we go. 0, if we're talking about multiplication, 5 times 0 just equates to 0. Which is why I never understood the opposite and why it's just an error message on a calculator. It never made any sense to me. But this was pretty easy to remember in school, and obviously, they rarely gave you this problem, if ever, because it's so freaking easy. It's so darn easy. You look at this big old circle and you instantly know that another one follows, and another one follows, and another one follows, and another one follows. How about we do one more as I break these up? Let me maybe tap on one of these for a second. Let's grab the 0. Okay, we don't have the most time in the world, so let me reach back in my bag, and I just realized that one of these symbols is probably a subtraction sign, and I just skipped over it. Yep, found it. So, we haven't done a subtraction problem. My strengths are, and I've never denied that they are in multiplication and addition, but we're gonna go ahead and do a subtraction problem really quickly. Okay, so let's do, I feel like we haven't used 4 enough. So let's go ahead and do 6. If we can get this in, 6. Okay, minus 4. You see it? Are you familiar with it? Perfect, okay. And 6 minus 4 equals, it's a pretty small number margin, and I just think we should just give you the answer. I won't even edge you guys or whatever the kids are saying. We're gonna go 6 minus 4, and that equals 2. And it's just as simple as that. Subtraction is also usually really easy as long as you're not dealing with negatives. When you start going there, it starts to get a little complicated, but not too much. Let's go. I don't know. Let's try something crazy, okay? We're gonna keep this, but we're just gonna add to it. We're gonna keep the formation of it. We're gonna go shoot for the moon, okay? Actually, better idea. And sorry for all the bumps. We're gonna go very big. We're gonna go very big. We're gonna go very big. We're gonna go 100, 100, 100, 100, minus, clean that up a little bit, 100 minus, let's say 6. 6. Do we have a? There we go. 65. You know what? I'm just realizing I don't have enough blocks to do this That's making me sad. Okay. Because there's only like 2 of each. So I don't know. Let's simplify it, because I want to do a double digit. Let's go. We'll just do 10. How about 10 minus 6? 10 minus 6. I'm just figuring it out as I go, guys. I'm just figuring it out. 10 minus 6. You, tell me. Tell me. Perfect, perfect, perfect. 10 minus 6. Minus 6. Right, if Johnny has 10 apples and he gives 6 away, then he'll probably, not probably, he'll definitely end up with 4. 10 apples given away to 6 people, or 6 to 1 person. Maybe that person's just big and greedy. That equals 4. And that's our math lesson for today, guys. Sorry about all the laundry noise in the background, as I'm trying to educate you. But thank you for listening and watching, and I hope you learned something today. I genuinely hope you did. Even if it's that I can make simple math problems sound like groundbreaking material. If that's what you learned, that's fine with me. Okay? But I love you. 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 And until next time.